What's up, people? We're doing tarot readings today. Oh, I also have to give you the links. Let me do the links first. If you guys are interested, we're doing paid tarot readings. And I am giving you guys the link. So the link is pinned in the live chat, and it is also in the link in the description. And I should make sure that everything works. Looks good. So if you guys are interested in reading, there's 6 of them currently. I think I'm just gonna do 6. But I'm gonna be using this deck, the Stallman Tarot, which is a Davy Bowie inspired tarot deck. But I have 6 tarot readings available if you would like a reading. But I've been really liking this deck. It's been a good time, so we're gonna use it again. But the cards are like magnificent. Look at that. Why do they look like that? What? You're from Scotland? I want to go to Scotland. Yeah, I have a whole bunch of people are like, I'm actually catching the live today. I have a whole bunch of live streams planned this week, hopefully. It's not gonna all be tarot. I have made like thumbnails and stuff for readings. We'll see if I do all of them. But I'm planning on doing like some spirit guide readings. I want to do paint splatter readings, which is like you put paint all over a piece of paper and then tell people their fortune. That sounds like a fun time. And I want to do more smoke readings. So smoke drawing readings, you take like a flame and then you draw with smoke on like a piece of paper. What else did I have on there? I have tarot readings. I have like it listed over here. Hold on. Spirit guide readings. Oh, charm readings. That's the last one. In charm readings, I have like a little bag of charms. So I throw that all over the place, and wherever they land, each one of the charms has a meaning. And we do fun things with that, which I should probably like make that happen on Thursday. Because tomorrow, if you guys are part of Patreon, we do Mediumship Circle. And in Mediumship Circle, we're going to be learning how to do charm readings. So if you guys are interested in joining the Patreons, I'll give you guys a link. Bing. There's the link if you would like to join Patreon to get in on like learning how to do charm readings. Hold on, I gotta find my otas and read chat. Okay, it looks like they're sold out, which was a quick one. Give me a moment. Sold out. Hello, Riker. How we do it? I'm doing readings. I have 6 readings that we're doing. Let's see. I just want to say thank you so much for doing affordable readings so that many people can do this. It means a lot. I don't know. I like doing live readings, and I like doing readings that I don't normally do. I know I read tarot a lot, but I'm going to be reading your paint later this week, hopefully. That is what I am hoping. But I want to try to do readings or live streams where I give you guys more time to buy them. And then I have someone say, "Hi, Em, can you help me out with my awakening I'm going through right now? I can't seem to put all of the puzzle pieces together, and God has been helping me out here, but maybe your insights." Interesting. I'm not entirely sure what that type of awakening is, but they make me feel like there's a purple spirit guide that's like helping you deal with that. They're female presenting, and they're giving you the answers even though you feel like the answers aren't there. Oh, this is the smaller deck. This is a normal size deck, okay? We did giant tarot readings. Now we're doing less giant tarot readings. We're gonna start with Melina. Melina, are you in the chat? So, a new thing that I'm doing with these readings is I think I took the requirement off of the question comments so you guys can do it faster. But Melina's here. They say, who are my spirit guides? I'm still going to give you a tarot reading because we're going to do spirit guides later. But you have a man and a woman that are going to talk about things. The male spirit guide is blue and the yellow spirit guide is female. And they like bicker like an old married couple, which is really cute. So you have 9 of Cups. These are the things that they have to say. They're also telling me this card's yellow. They're like, that one's dealing with the yellow spirit guide. 9 of Cups deals with like a wish come true. She helps you with the dreamy aspects. She wants to say she helps you go after the things that make you feel good. And then you have the 6 of Cups. The male spirit guide helps you. It says the 6 of Cups. The 6 of Cups is like looking to the past in order to go forward. This is like, I usually view that as childhood trauma. So he's like, these things are preventing you from getting the wish come trues. And then you have the 8 of Swords in reverse, which means that you have these like false things that are preventing you from doing it. This is usually like feeling trapped. But when it's in reverse like this, it's like you're releasing yourself or you're taking off the chains. So you're going to take off the chains by looking at your past in order to get the wishes come trues. And the 2 of Pentacles, the way you're going to do that is with the 2 of Pentacles, which deals with prioritization. When this is in reverse, it means you're overcommitting yourself to something that's weighing you down. And then you have the 5 of Wands, which is like, it's kind of like inner conflict. You're fighting about your own ideas. So it's preventing you from seeing what priorities are actually worth it to you. So these are the things that your spirit guides are helping you with. You have the 7 of Pentacles, which is like you're worried about letting go of these priorities, the things that are weighing you down, but they're like, it'll be a lot easier if you start planting seeds and seeing what grows, seeing what things are going to work out for you. And then you have the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is upside down or in reverse. It deals with like this feeling of insecurity. So you may have like some, they want me to say it's not necessarily insecurities, but it's like you're worried or like nervous about planting these seeds because you are putting so much pressure on yourself for them to actually grow. But they're like, if you plant a lot of seeds, then you have a higher chance of something growing. And what they make me feel like, what they're telling me about this card is when you plant seeds, you like put one hole, but you put like 5 seeds in the one hole because it gives you a better chance of something growing. So they're like, you just need to put out some feelers to get a result, to get something out of it. The Star card. You have the Star card in reverse. They make me feel like you want to go after something different. You've been going after the Star for so long, and you reached it, you saw it, and now you're like, I need something different. And the Star usually represents like the light at the end of the tunnel, or the thing that you want to go towards. But they make me feel like you've reached this star, but you're now ready to go to the next one. You're now ready to find your next vision. So you have the 9 of Pentacles. The 9 of Pentacles deals with like abundance. It's luxurious. It's self-sufficiency. They're making me feel like this is the wealth that you need to look for. So they're like, you need to find your wishes come true because you have 2 9s. And those wishes are going to give you the luxury that you're looking for. But right now, you seem to be going after the wrong things. You, like I said, you reached the star, and now you're trying to find something that makes you feel like that. And then you have the Five of Pentacles because you have a scarcity mindset in the sense of you don't think you can get those things. And then you have the Ten of Wands because you're overcommitting yourself to something that is literally weighing you down, because the Ten of Wands is like carrying too much burden. You're carrying too much responsibility. And then the Three of Cups is like, they make me feel like you need to do things for yourself. The Three of Cups usually represents groups of people, but when it's in reverse, it's flipping back to you. And then all of these want to come out. You have the Four of Pentacles, which means you need to let go of something that is weighing you down, which is what we've been talking about. The way to do that, you have the Emperor card. You need to start taking control over the narrative instead of trying to control the narrative. Sorry, I don't think that made sense. Emperor deals with masculine energy. When it's in reverse, the control or manipulation takes over instead of the guidance of things. You need to have a quiet leadership over your life. You shouldn't be trying to manipulate and control your life. They're like, if you're in the right space, things will be easier. You will feel more like you're on a throne leading your life instead of trying to manipulate it to go the way that you want. So they're saying, like, don't over plan, don't over, like, nitpick about things in your life. Because then you have the Devil card, and the Devil card represents, like, it represents your restrictions, your attachments to your self-limiting beliefs. So these are the things that are getting in the way. These are the reasons why you feel like you have to control your life. And then you have the Page of Cups, which is like trusting in the universe. You need to trust that these things are going to happen, because this card in reverse makes you feel like you don't have that trust, which is why you have these self-limiting beliefs or these insecurities, and why you're trying to control things and why there's things weighing you down, because they're trying to help you get this, which is wish come true, but you're worried that it's not going to, like, be able to support you and create stability. Do you have questions for me? They say, yep, I'm changing my whole career at the moment. Back at school. Yeah. People are asking me how my day is going. I'm doing good. Peachy Sabrina. Love your name. I mostly just like peaches. And I now want to watch Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Like the old one where they like ride vacuum cleaners. That sounds like a good time. But Melina, do you have any last questions? Wait, so am I doing the wrong thing? Am I trying to go for the next star? No, that's what you need to be doing, but you need to be... Sorry, now they're talking about it. You need to go after the next star, because the one that you have been going towards is not fulfilling you anymore. What they were talking about that in the last spread is the fact that, you need to let go of the ideas in your head surrounding your stability, if that makes sense. You need to go after the things that make you feel stable, not the things that are stereotypically going to support the stability. So they're like, when you're going after this career, you need to follow what makes you feel good about things. So you have the High Priestess in reverse, which is listening to your gut, but it's in reverse because you're not listening to your intuition about things. So what they make me feel like is it's like you're going towards this new idea, new career, but you have these self-limiting beliefs that it can't turn into what you want it to be. So the Four of Swords is like you overthinking things, but they're like, you're going after fulfillment, and that fulfillment is going to be... That fulfillment is what you're looking for. You need to figure out what this is or what it means to you. Because a lot of people are like, I need a secure job. I need money. I need all these things in order to feel stable. And they're like, there's more to life than money. So they're like, you are changing all these things in your life, but you need to go after what this feels like, what fulfillment feels like. And I feel like you know that, but it's also just scary. So that's why you have been holding on to these self-limiting beliefs that certain things need to happen in order for you to obtain that. Does that make sense? Thank you. I definitely relate to everything you just said. How can I better connect with my spirit guides? They make me feel like you're very clairsentient, which is like feeling emotions or feeling physical sensations. So that can translate to a couple things. They make me feel like, I don't know if you're really into like art, but they make me feel like doing things with your hands. So whether that be like writing stuff down or like actually doing art, that may help you with speaking to them or connecting with them. Yes, art. I used to do professionally draw. Yeah, I don't know why. They made me feel like you put a lot of like emotional energy into things that you create physically, like with your hands. And I love to paint. People that are very clairsentient, like I feel like you are, they generally like to express their ideas through a manner in which they can touch or feel. So you doing art is going to help you communicate with your spirit guides better, because they're going to help you understand certain things about emotions or about situations that you can then express through art. So when you're creating art, you are intuitively picking up messages from yourself and from spirit. So if you're interested in like connecting with them or being more intuitive with them, then I would start doing things like that. Last time you said that I'm also claircognizant, clairaudient. Yeah. Yeah, I also think that the second thing I was going to say is doing music, listening to music, because clairsentience goes into music, which I again also think you're clairaudient. So, I'm going to move on to the next one, which is Sophia. Sophia. Okay, you didn't leave a question comment for me. Yay, okay. So, we're just going to do general reading for you. Unless you have a question while I'm shuffling cards, let me know. People are trying to convince me to get Boulders Gate. It's not hard to convince me because I would like to have Boulders Gate. It's a video game that deals with D&D. We're starting with the Hierophant. Oof, okay. Those are two very different cards. We have the Hierophant. The Hierophant deals with doing things in a traditional manner. They make me feel like you want this. You prefer that. However, you're doing this. And the Tower card deals with chaotic change. And we're doing this chaotic change because of this heartbreak. We're kind of like, this is changing your perspective of things, which is changing your perspective of how the universe is supposed to be, and it's not supposed to be the way you thought it was. Everything has changed. Your perception has changed. So that's why this Tower moment is happening, because you're kind of uprooting things. And the reason you're uprooting things is because of this Three of Swords, which is like deep emotional pain. Because heartbreak doesn't need to be like related to love. It can be relating to other things that deal with hurting your truth or taking your truth. You have the Seven of Swords reversed, which creates this sort of imposter syndrome. They make me feel like that's more associated to like you're going through a spiritual awakening with this Tower card, and now nothing makes sense. So you're kind of like, for lack of a better word, like goading yourself and being like, this isn't real. None of this is real. I don't know why I thought it was real for so long, but it's not real. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is upside down or in reverse. And the Eight of Pentacles is like, this usually is a lesson, but there's a lack of commitment in the lesson because we don't know what's going on necessarily. It's kind of like, we're not sure what our perception is now because it is fully like 180'd. And then you have the King of Swords in reverse because we're trying to like write our own narrative. We're trying to manipulate our truth in order to fit in with what we thought it was, but it's not working out. And we have the Nine of Swords, which is dealing with releasing anxieties, because now we're starting to see the world for what it is. We have the Six of Pentacles, which is dealing with, there's like an disharmony or an imbalancedness to existence for you. You're putting more out. You're being too generous instead of having this balance, push and pull energy. The Six of Pentacles is very much, I like to use the metaphor of you're kind of pouring from an empty cup. You're putting too much of yourself into things and you've become burnt out. And you're probably burnt out, and that's why this happened. This crazy, chaotic change. You have the King of Cups in reverse. And the King of Cups in reverse is sort of trying to control your emotions about things, which again is not necessarily working out for you. It's creating more disorder, more disarray. And you have the Six of Swords, which deals with you trying to... It deals with you trying to go through this self-reflection. It's going through a self-transformation, but you're trying to hold on to your baggage. Your baggage is your self-limiting beliefs, your restrictions, your attachments, the things that sort of make you feel safe. They're like security blankets or like false senses of security. It's in reverse because we're worried about letting go of that stuff because right now things are uncomfortable with that Tower card. So you have the Page of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles is in reverse. And that's dealing with like, the Page of Pentacles is usually someone that's doing things in a very practical way, but you're kind of procrastinating what you need to do because it's uncomfortable. And then you have this Eight of Wands, which is feeling very stagnant and like it's unmoving because it's in reverse. But it's like once they want me to say you're the one in this little bubble here and everything around you feels like it's moving really fast, but you feel like you're not moving. And this Page of Swords is like you trying to find why. You're trying to figure out why all of this stuff is happening, but none of the answers you're figuring out are making sense because you're holding on to things that are weighing you down. But you have the inner strength to go past it. And this is one. The Starman is the Magician, I believe. Yeah. So you have the strength to go past it. You have the talents and you have the resources and talents, but you just aren't seeing them right now. And these resources and talents are found within your own soul. So do you have questions for me? This is not mine, but I feel called out. That's usually what happens. We got a good Tower moment. Sophie says, very accurate. I appreciate it and felt it was definitely something I needed to hear. I love the way you explain things. Thank you so much. No problem. Thank you so much for purchasing your reading. Okay. Now we're on Laura. Laura, are you in the chat? I just need you to comment to let me know you are here so I can start with your reading. You say that you want general info. Are you doing viewer readings? I'm doing paid readings. So at the beginning of this, I had a link, and the link, people purchased readings for this live stream. So I'm reading people that are in chat, and currently I'm reading Allie Rose. But right now they are sold out. I'll be back like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, one of those days, or all of them. I'm not entirely sure. I'm just not going live tomorrow. Oh my gosh. Okay. So we're doing general. And we're starting with the Ace of Wands, which is a spark of creative energy. This is like a new opportunity that's dealing with ideas and inspiration. You have the Ten of Wands, which is a, it's like you're putting a lot of hard work into whatever this creative spark is. And you're sort of like putting that on you. It's something that's really close to your heart. It's something that literally ignites who you are. I usually view like fire as a indicator of yourself and your essence. And you are sort of like supporting this fire. You're trying to grow it. But you have the Six of Swords because you're kind of, they want me to say you need to look inward in order to figure out how to push this stuff forward. Because right now you're sort of doing it in a way in which you think you're supposed to, but the way in which it's going to grow is by you putting your own fire into it, which means you need to put your passion for the things that you like and enjoy into what you're doing, and that will allow it to grow more. Because right now you have the Six of Swords, which is transformation of self in reverse. So you're kind of preventing or not looking at everything the way you need to. So you have the Knight of Wands in reverse. The Knight of Wands usually represents like inspired action, but you feel sort of like frustrated or set back, and that is because of this Six of Swords that you're kind of ignoring. You're ignoring the parts of you that are going to add fuel to the fire. So you have the Four of Pentacles, which is dealing with a it's like holding on to things that are weighing you down, and these things that are weighing you down are making you feel like it's not going forward, like you're having a hard time moving things forward, but you're putting all of this work and energy into it, but it doesn't seem to be working because you're doing things in a traditional way. And it needs to be, they're like, you need to embody the sun because you're worth it. You have this much energy and fire to ignite the Ace of Wands, to ignite your creative spark. You just aren't listening to your intuition about it. And you're being blocked by these like traumas from the past of things not working out because you have the Six of Cups. But you have this decision that you're making. You're trying to plan things out to figure out how this is going to work out for you. Is this worth going down this path? But you think that you're worried that you don't have the resources to take on this path, but you do, you're just not seeing them. So the universe is sort of satirical in the sense of they give you resources, but a lot of times it's not the way in which you expect. So the example I like to give is you're trying to change a light bulb, and you would expect to have a light bulb, a light socket, and electricity, but the universe is going to be like, well, here's a potato, a light bulb, and some wires. You can do the same thing, but one of the two you're not expecting as a resource. So this Temperance card is representing that the resources that you need can be found within. You just can't hide from yourself. And this Three of Cups says that it's, again, something that you need to do for you. Do you have questions? Because I'm starting getting to the gist of it. Okay. King of Pentacles and Prince of Swords. So, King of Pentacles, you are... They make me feel like this new idea doesn't support the idea of stability that you have, so you're doing it for the wrong reasons. Like I've been saying, you need to do it for you, not for other things, not for what other people think it is. Because this Prince of Swords, this Knight of Swords, it's reversed, so the Knight of Swords is very ambitious. It's very like, let me go after the things that I want very fast, very quickly. But it's in reverse because we're sort of kind of out of focus of where we're going to. We're not sure what the end goal is or what we really want out of this, and the way in which to figure that out is to look inward. So Allie says, this is on point for sure. Really amazing. That's so much. I had an email reading with Liv, and she mentioned that I had a cream color aura. Could you please tell me what cream colored signifies? Interesting. I've never heard that one from her. Sorry. I have to look at your aura differently because colors mean different things for me versus Liv. The way that I see it is you have like a little bit of yellow and white coming together, which is making that cream color. The yellow is emotional intelligence. It's figuring things out in your head. But they're like, you're trying to put that into stuff. And the white for me is like adaptability. It's like you understand a lot of different areas of life. They make me feel like you're kind of like jack of all trades. And you want to have more control over a lot of things in your life. But you feel like you need to have stability. Like, how do I explain this? You feel like you need to, like, you're supposed to go somewhere with it. Like, you're supposed to have these things in line, but they're like, you're so adaptable to things that you can figure it out, and it may not look like what everyone else is doing. And the reason why it works is because you can adapt to those things. You are very good at figuring out what to do in certain situations. Does that make sense? But I've never heard her talk about auras in a cream color sort of way. Because I perceive auras differently than Liv does. Liv just, like, sees them because she's more clairvoyant. I have synesthesia, so I hear colors and then they translate to colors. I don't know if that makes sense. For sure, you're a rock star. You made my day. No, you made my day. Okay, so I'm gonna fulfill this one. And we are on Callie. Hopefully that's how you pronounce your name, because I feel like there's multiple ways. If you are in chat, to let me know. And their question comment is my business. Kaylee. Okay. Okay. So, we're gonna do your business. Okay, we're starting with the Knight of Wands. They make me feel like you're kind of, like, stopping yourself. The Knight of Wands is usually, like, inspired action, but when it's in reverse, it's kind of, like, feeling like you're set back, and it's creating this sort of feeling of impulsion that you need to, like, do something, but you're not sure what to do. It's like you don't know what ideas to put out there. But you have the World card, because they're like, you have the world at your fingertips. You have so many options, and that may also be the problem. Where did you get your cards, or are they custom made? I'm not sure where you can get them, because it's a new deck. Because I went to a store. But it's the Starman Tarot. It's a David Bowie deck. So, maybe, potentially, you can get it on Amazon? I'm wondering. Hold on. Oh, you can! What's up? Hold on. I'll give you a link. Okay. Yeah, Starman Tarot. Saw, dude. So, you have the world at your fingertips. You have so many options. That might be the problem. You're not sure which one you need to have in your tool belt. But the answer is that's the Hermit card. But it's in reverse because you need to look at the things that are going to light you up. So similar to the last reading, you need to find things that you like, that you would prefer be in your business. Because they're telling me, like, you started your business in your niche because it's your passion. So they're like, if you are able to put things out there that you would want, that you would like, that's going to be really good. So they're like, you need to look at what do you want in your business? How is that going to look? What would be really cool for you to see? Because this 5 of Swords is making you question things about yourself. The 5 of Swords deals with truth, and it's usually like harboring like resentments towards your truth. It's harboring like internal conflict. The Moon card. With the Moon card in reverse, the Moon card usually represents like repressed emotions, but that is like releasing the fear of trying. They want me to say, this is like very raw and real who you are, and they're like, you're worried about letting this shine, and they're like, these are the things that need to come out. Once you release that, you'll release the fear of trying to hold back. And the Queen of Wands in reverse is you're kind of nervous about it. And it's giving you this insecurity or this like almost like pessimism about doing something different. But I should also preface this by saying, this isn't like a reading of your business is failing. This is like, what can you add to it to add more spice? I don't know if that makes sense, but I wanted to clarify because that's what they make me feel like. You like want to add more to it, but you're not sure what. You have the Page of Cups, which is like, you need to trust that your passions will give you the results. Do things for you and it will inherently be good for the business. And then this 8 of Cups in reverse is they're like, they want me to say you need to pivot towards things that are best. Because right now we're sort of having this indecision or this stagnation, and it's making you nervous about stuff. And this Ace of Pentacles is like, you kind of having like a lack of, you're having like a lack of planning of how to create more of these like financial opportunities or more physical opportunities for your business. You're not sure what to do, but they're like, look inward, look at your passions, look at the things that are going to make you passionate about it, and that will inherently make other people passionate about it. Because you have the 5 of Pentacles, which is releasing these self-limiting beliefs or these scarcity mindsets. This is usually surrounding like releasing of the feeling of loss or renewing your faith in things. And then you have the King of Wands in reverse, which is like you're trying to control ideas instead of just being a visionary. So it's creating this sort of impulsive, nervous energy about putting your ideas out there. And this 4 of Cups is like, they're like, you just need to seize the opportunity. They're like, they want me to say, you know your business. You know what will do well. You just need to put yourself into it, because the King of Swords represents your truth. It's mental clarity. It's owning your power. So they're like, sit on your throne like you deserve it. You know what to do. Go ahead and take the risk. Because this is going to, they're like, 6 of Swords is very close to your heart. It's a very much like a rite of passage. And apparently we want to read the Queen of Pentacles sideways, which is like, it's the difference between independence but also providing financially. So they want me to say the universe will provide to those that have the confidence to stand alone. And then you have the Knight of Cups, which is like making your dreams come true. This should be your focus. Do you have questions, Kaylee? Sorry, I'm trying to like reshuffle so that they're all facing different directions. But Kaylee, if you have questions, let me know. But I'm going to ask for the next person to stand forward. We're on Caitlin. So Caitlin, if you're in chat, please let me know. Kaylee says, thank you. Yes, I did always wonder if I went into business with my twin flame. They tell me they aren't necessarily your twin flame. They don't do things necessarily always in the opposite way. Sorry, I know that sounds weird. Because they tell me that the person you went into business with, very similar to a twin flame, but you kind of click together better. Because they're like, you're opposite in the way in which like puzzle pieces are opposite and fit together. A twin flame is the opposite of the front of the card, or the front of the card and the back of the card. So they're like, you guys are opposites in the sense of like, if there's like a little thing here, you have the insert for you guys to fit together perfectly. But like a twin flame is literally, here's one person, here's the other person. Does that make sense? Okay. Caitlin, your question comment says anything about my career and what I'm meant to do. Thank you. Starting out with the Fool, you're worried about that decision. And the Fool specifically, like, doesn't have a lot of experience. So you're, like, worried about not knowing the answer. You, like, don't feel like you have the experience to figure out that answer. But they're like, in order for you to do that, you need to be unapologetically yourself, because right now you're scared to do that as well. You haven't had the experience of just being so true to yourself yet. But this Three of Wands is showing you... Hold on. This Three of Wands is showing you that you have the ability to progress, expand, and go towards these, like, literal, like, amazing things that feel too good to be true. They're like, you can do that. You can go towards those things. But in order for you to do that, you have to accept yourself for who you are. Because they're like, it's not about having experience. It's about the people that leap for the things that they feel like they deserve. You have the Knight of Wands, which is like putting your ideas into motion. But there's insecurities and worries about doing that. They make me feel like you feel like almost like you'll be judged, and being judged about those things sucks. Because you're so emotionally tied and close to it that you're like, I don't want to feel like rejected in that way. And then you have the Lover's card, which represents relationships. With it sideways, it's the relationships with other people, and how they want me to say it's like how other people view you, the relationships you have with other people. You're sort of internalizing how they view you, and then taking on that idea or opinion about that they have of you as yourself. And they're like, that's why you're so confused about who you are, because you're like creating this mask for other people and making them and hiding the person you are behind that. So they're like, allow your true self to come out, have that self-love for yourself, have that patience for yourself, and be your true self. Page of Cups represents trusting that person is coming out, trusting in the universe, trust. They want me just to say trust fall. And then you have the Ten of Pentacles, which is like, that's going to give you true stability. That is like, they want me to say that is the achievement that you need to go after. Because they want me to specifically say this card, they're like, you're saying what I'm meant to do. There's nothing that you're meant to do necessarily. You can't get around the things you're supposed to do. You will just inherently do them. But this Ten of Pentacles is like, in order for you to feel wealth and stability, you need to not worry about what people think. In the Page of Pentacles, they're like, do things that make sense to you. And that's going to be a learning process for you, because pages also don't have a lot of experience. And don't allow the imposter syndrome, because we're still learning things, prevent you from taking those risks. So this is going to be a new opportunity coming your way. The Ace of Pentacles. But they're like, it's up to you if you want to seize it. It's up to you. It's up to you if that is worth your time. As you have they want me to say you have the Three of Swords sideways. You have the Three of Swords sideways and the Hangman sideways. And the Three of Swords is heartbreak. It's deep emotional pain, sorrow, grief. So they're like, something happened to make you worry about making decisions, worry about your future. And that has created this distrust in the universe. It's created a distrust in who you are. So that's why you're creating these masks. It's due to trauma. But this Hangman card is representing looking from things from a different perspective. You need to be able to view the details and how it fits into the bigger picture. And with this Hangman card being sideways, it's about letting go of letting go of your old perspectives that cause you to create these masks, versus, they want me to say, seeing yourself from a different light, seeing yourself without the mask. Once you're able to see yourself for it, you'll be ready and capable of making decisions based around that. And those are going to be the decisions that are the hardest, because it's going to affect a lot of people. But in the end, they're going to give you the life you're looking for. Do you have questions for me? I also feel like there might be more, but I'm going to put these back in the deck. They say you're dead on. Spooky. Let me know if you have questions. They want me to say with that card, the universe isn't going to lead you astray. It's going to provide the things you need. But it's up to you if you want to go out the door and accept them into your life. Because they make me feel like you want to try everything. You're very curious, and you want to experience the things of the universe. But you're also always worried about how it aligns with you, because people tell you you're supposed to be worried about it. Let me know if you have questions. Yeah. Well, then I dropped a card. You're learning lessons of the universe, and those lessons are going to help create the path that you want to be on. When thinking of what to do, nothing stood out, so I feel very out of it for jobs and careers I would be happy with. What is the first step I can take? My guides have to hold my hand. So you have the Queen of Wands, which the Queen of Wands is having confidence in your ideas and your intuition. They make me feel like the reason why you're not... They make me feel like you're not inspired by your job choice is because you're looking in the wrong, like, field or using the wrong words to find a job that would fit you. Because they're like, you need to have this confidence that you, like, already have the job. Because this Ace of Cups makes me feel like you're not going after the things that you're passionate about, but you need to. And you have these sort of repressed emotions about it based upon how you have dealt with things in the past. So now you're sort of like trying to figure out what this looks like, which is your wish come trues. Because this Two of Wands is like standing at a fork in a road and trying to plan and figure out different ideas before you make a decision. I don't know what I'm passionate about is the problem. And the Judgment card validates that. The Judgment card is in reverse, and I view it as a mirror. When it's in reverse, you're looking at your mask. The reason why you're having such a hard time is because you've been living someone else's truth. And it's not necessarily that it's not your truth. It's just something that you use to hide your full self. So you need to have this introspection and figuring out who you are. But right now, you feel sort of withdrawn and kind of defeated. But you need to trust in the universe in figuring out what that looks like. And it's not going to be an easy feat. Because they're like, you're trying to do things because you're supposed to do things, not because you want to do things. Because they're like, you have a lot of passions. You have done work before. It's just about figuring out, well, I like this, that's a part of this career. I like these things that are a part of those, like these specific topics that I've done. So they're like, you need to figure out what works with how your brain works. Because they're telling me that it's like, it doesn't have to be from past job experiences that are going to help you. It's also being surrounding about like things you just generally like to do. So me, things that I'm passionate about, animals, art. So when I was trying to figure out a career, it's like I wanted to do one of those two things, so I went to school for both of them. And because I went to school for both of them, I got to see two sides of different industries. And the industry that was with animals, there were a lot of people that cared about being around animals and a lot of people that did not, and I did not want to work with the people that did not. So I changed my major from being a dual major of animals and art and went more into art, because the people that are in art have more drive and passion to create art. So that's one of the things that I used to pick one of my passions. And then once I was in that industry, I figured out that doing things in a very, like, monotone way is not good for the way in which I think. So when I go to big corporations and they have me do the same thing on repeat, not good for my brain. I like to do a lot of different things. So being in a smaller company where I can wear a lot of hats is the thing that I was more passionate about. So they're like, it's not about knowing the answers. It's just about starting, which is why you had that Fool card first. It's just about starting to gain the experience and the knowledge of where to go from here. So they're like, if you like something, try it and see, does this work? How can I incorporate it? Things like that. So they say, I wish I knew how my brain worked. I enjoy art, but I give up easily. I just need a big aha moment to wake my silly brain. Yeah, they make me feel like you're worried about failing, so you're worried about trying. And they're like, trying is going to give you information about what you want to do. You just need to lean into the uncomfortable. So, I'm going to move on to the next one. I believe I'm on my last one. So, we're on Georgia. You are my last reading for today. And we're doing a general reading. Caitlin says, yeah, falling is a big no-no, so I give up. Yeah, don't be worried about falling. Because you're not actually going to hit the bottom. You're just going to go somewhere else. And it's going to give you information about where you want to go. Thank you, Em. I'll try to figure things out. Georgia, we're doing general reading for you. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Knight of Pentacles reversed is you as a perfectionist. You feel stuck. You feel you're getting impatient about things. Things are moving way too slowly for you, and it's because you want things to be a very particular way, and it's not going to happen that way. So they're like, things need to be more organic. Things need to be able to move. Things can't be that perfect. That Judgment card is saying, again, we need to focus on who we are. So that Judgment is self-reflection. It's rebirth. It's an inner calling. So they're like, stop being so stringent about things. Things don't need to be in boxes. Things can be all over the place in order for you to see where to go next. Sorry. Yeah, the Four of Swords, which is like, they want me to say you need to take time to figure out how to release or heal this nervousness of having things to be perfect, because this is a coping mechanism due to trauma. They're like, if things are perfect, then nothing can go wrong. And they're like, you're trying to do this and it still feels like everything is going wrong. So they're like, instead of going after perfection, go after the things that align with you. So this Four of Swords is like a meditative state and figuring out what that means. Because right now we're really nervous about things. We need to release that fear. And the Nine of Pentacles, you have a lot of nines. The Nine of Pentacles represents like figuring out what abundance looks like, figuring out what self-sufficiency looks like, because you are the King of Wands. You are a visionary, you have ideas, you have strong ideas, but we're having a lack of confidence about them. We feel like they need to be perfect because we're in this authoritative space. We have authority. Five of Cups. We have a lot of spinning emotions about it because we need to release these self-limiting beliefs and restrictions that are holding us back. Because this Four of Cups makes you feel like you're focused on the opportunity at hand, but you're reevaluating it. You're not sure if... They're like, you don't want to miss an opportunity, but you're missing one and reevaluating things. Because this Four of Wands is you trying to fit in because you're looking for stability, but you don't fit in, and that's fine. But you're worried that if you don't fit in, you'll be isolated. So they're like, don't go after trying to fit in, trying to be perfect. Go after the organic nature of life. Page of Wands, reverse. You kind of have a lack of, okay, they want me to say, you have like limiting beliefs about doing new things. You want to be like good at things before you like commit to them. Because that Three of Wands is like in reverse, that's telling you you can go after things that are like so much better, but you're sort of playing it small, which is interesting because you want things to be perfect, but it's kind of like you're playing it too safe. Don't play it safe. You're so much better than that. Because another King card has come out. They want this card to be sideways. The King of Swords, they're like, hold on to your truth, because that will give you clarity. But right now, you're trying to manipulate your truth so that it fits a narrative. Because they're like, if you have control over things, then you can have an expectation of how it's going to end up. Because we're so worried about it ending up in a way you can't deal with. So you're like, if I can control every single step, then it will never be out of my control. However, you're never going to go forward if you're holding on to your dreams this closely. You need to allow them to go forward to take you with them. And that is they want me to say, having faith in yourself. Because cups deal with your emotions, and that card in reverse is dealing inwardly. Inward towards your own emotions, giving space for those emotions. Two of Cups, we're dealing with self-love. But they're like, you have a disharmony with... They want me to say you have a disharmony with who you are and who you want to be. So they're like, you're worried about not being anyone at all and failing in order to get to the person that you want to be. So they're like, stop feeling like you're going to be the person you don't want to be, and start acting like the person you want to be, even though you're not there yet, because then you're manifesting yourself to get there. Okay. Queen of Cups, go with the flow. And Knight of Swords, you have a lot of ambitions. They want me to say, you are the river. The river has an end goal. Don't be afraid to go with the river. Don't be afraid to go full speed ahead, because the river has a direction and the river will get there. They want me to say you're trying to slow the river down, because they're like, that's too fast. I can't deal with that. I need it to happen very slowly so that I can control each one of these steps. Because this Knight of Cups is like, you could have all of your dreams come true. Like, the end of this river is dreams come true. But you're trying to conceptualize it and being like, is this really possible? Is it really worth me going onto this, like, path? Am I actually going to go somewhere? Because I was told that I can't reach the stars. It's impossible for me to build a ladder tall enough to get to the stars. So now I'm confronting the idea that my dreams are not actually possible. Oh, God. Hold on. Yeah. Seven of Swords. That was actually upright, but it probably wants to be sideways. Seven of Swords deals with deception. When it's sideways like that, it's outward deception becoming internalized and then becoming your deception, your imposter syndrome. So this Seven of Swords sideways, it's like other people are like, you can't do this. Your dreams are not possible. And then you internalizing that as truth, and that's deception. Both sides of it's deception. You need to start fighting for your ideas, because right now you're fighting your ideas instead of fighting with your ideas or for your ideas. Sorry, you have a lot of things. So the Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Pentacles will do as your last cards. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse is like they want me to say you're trying to climb the river. You're trying to go upstream, because you're like, hard work equals results. So if I'm going upstream, then I'm going to get to the things that I want. But the Wheel of Fortune is like, we're clearly defining a path for you. You just need to trust that the universe is going to take you there, because the current will take you to your dreams at the end of it. But we're worried that we're like, if that's too easy, then what if it's not what I want? But they're like, the universe already knows. You already have manifested those things. So they're like, just sit in your raft and go to the end, and you will have the things that you're looking for. Because this Ten of Pentacles is wealth. It's family security, stability. But it's in reverse, because again, we have these insecure thoughts about stability, or like everything has to be a certain way, or the platform that we're standing on is going to crumble. And that's not stability, because you're never trusting that the platform is going to support you. They're like, you need to trust that the universe is going to support you. So Georgia says, wow, this is very accurate. Yes, that's very in tune. Sorry. That's very true. I need to surrender and have faith in myself and in the universe as well. Do you have any questions? This reading is for Georgia. Also, can you tell me my psychic abilities and how I can connect better with my guides? Sorry, I'm asking them. I feel like you're very claircognizant and very clairaudient. You have this blue male spirit guide that talks about stuff. I also feel like you have clairsentience and probably the other ones, but those are the three that you like rely on. I also feel like you have clairvoyance. So what that translates to is people that have the ability to have an inner monologue and can like talk in their head. People that are clairaudient. So if you have the ability to do that, you have clairaudience. If you have the ability to view pictures in your head, you are clairvoyant. You have the ability to see things within your own mind. If you don't have those things, it doesn't mean you're not necessarily have those. It's just, it's less likely that you use those pieces of information as your gifts because you're not processing information in that way. But they make me feel like you see things and then you talk about them, and talking about them allows you to process information easier. So they're like, in order for you to connect with your guides and your intuition, I feel like you need to talk to people about stuff. Because they make me feel like you need to... They make me feel like you put like your emotions in this little box and you like try to hold on to it, and you don't like want to give it to people, but they're like, if you can give it to people, they'll help you communicate that information and they'll help you understand it better because you're articulating it to another human being, and another human being can give you stuff or give you like advice about it. And they want me to say those people will be manipulated by your spirit guides to say things that are important to you. This is interesting. I haven't had a spirit guide tell me this is how they connect. This is how they should start the connection with them. But I hope that makes sense. Again, if you guys want to get in on Patreon and do our mediumship circle tomorrow, here's the link. You can join Patreon. We're doing charm readings, so if you want to learn how to do charm readings, that is what we're going to be doing on tomorrow night. Caitlin says, when you mentioned one of my main clairs being clairsentience the other day, it reminded me of how a few times I wish I could touch someone and they could feel my emotions to better understand how I was feeling. Clairsentience, yeah, I'm very clairsentient as well. And sometimes it's just easier, or it would be easier if people can just feel everyone's emotions instead of having to be able to communicate them. Because if you're clairsentient, sometimes that's hard to put into words. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. Or sorry, I'll see you guys tomorrow if you're in Patreon. I'll see you guys maybe Thursday or Friday or Saturday or Sunday or one of the days that I'm doing a live stream. But I'm planning on doing more live streams if you guys want to catch any more. But I'll see you guys later. Hope you guys have a great day. But goodbye.